Hello, welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate, and I'm thankful as always to have you here for today's pick a card reading. So we're going to be looking at your person's current thoughts and feelings about you. As usual, is going to be an extended reading that will be a slightly different topic for each pile, just depending on what comes through. So stay tuned for that if you guys are interested. Wow, I'm just realizing that the same moon is right here. I didn't even see that before. But anyways, there are 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the Paws Tarot with this labradorite palm stone. I think I might call it something else in your actual reading, so I apologize if I do that. For pile number 2, we have the Pastel Tarot with this rose quartz palm stone. Okay, it doesn't want to focus, but hopefully you guys can see it. For pile number 3, we have the Starlight Tarot with this orange calcite palm stone. So take whatever time you need to tune into the pile you're feeling the most drawn to. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and you are welcome to listen to any of the piles you're drawn to. Maybe different people or just certain parts of the messages may resonate. So I will have the timestamps linked down below, along with the extended readings, the names of these decks in case you guys are interested, and any other information. So without further ado, I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this tourmaline palm stone and the Paws Tarot, then this is going to be your reading where we're going to be looking at your person's current thoughts and feelings towards you. So ideally, we will be tuning into the person that you came here wanting to get a reading about, but sometimes it can be about someone else. So if you feel like that happens, you can try another pile or just decide whether or not you want to listen. Okay, so for pile number 1, please tune me into their energy. The energy of the person that they want to know about. What are this person's current thoughts and feelings towards them? The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. The Moon. Cancer energy. The 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 2 of Swords. Okay, so I just feel like the first thing I'm going to say is I feel like this person is not in the best place right now, or at the very least feeling extremely unsure of they feel like overall they're in a place of their life where not a lot is clear to them, or they could just have a lot of like their life doesn't feel like it's sorted out in balance. Like this person has a clear idea of what their goals are, what their vision is, what they want. It feels like it's very kind of dark, and it makes me feel like this person might be struggling, especially with the 5 of Pentacles here. Like they might be going through a tough time in their life right now, but we'll see how this factors in more. But can we clarify the 5 of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Wands in reverse. Oh, and the song Hard Times by Paramore is coming through, so that might be relevant for this reading for sure. What are pile number 1's person's thoughts and feelings? Read the Lovers, Gemini. Can we clarify the 2 of Pentacles? Ace of Cups. Can we clarify the 2 of Swords? 10 of Wands. All right, interesting. So I'm seeing just both the Chariot and the 5 of Swords here. I might just keep it like that. I feel like it's necessary. Okay, what are your person's thoughts and feelings I definitely feel like your person is extremely overburdened right now with the Ten of Wands. It just feels like a very heavy energy surrounding them. And it's like there's a burnt out feeling here. And with the Lovers, the Two of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles, those are all cards that talk about a choice. And so I feel like your person is thinking about, like, they don't know what decision to make in this connection. They don't know at this point in their life, like, what they should prioritize. They could even be concerned that they aren't in the place to balance out, like, love with whatever else is going on in their life, especially if they're, like, not in a good place. It just feels like everything else outside of the connection with you is still not in a good place for them. It's like there's a lot of uncertainties where it's like this person maybe, like, for example, some of them might not know what they're going to do for work, or they might not know, like, maybe they're in a job that they aren't sure if they're going to want to quit that and try to find something else. It just feels like they're not satisfied in their current situation. And I feel like they're looking for a solution. There's also a feeling here of this person valuing you and seeing you as valuable, seeing with the Ace of Cups here. And I feel like you feel like this brightness that's standing out from the rest of what they're experiencing. And I feel like there's a part of them that really wants to be able to be open to this. But I feel like with the Five of Swords in reverse, there's a feeling of low self-esteem or like defeat coming through. But it's like with the Chariot peeking through, this person is thinking about how they could possibly overcome their current situation. But they just, whenever they think about it, it feels like they just don't know exactly what that would look like, or they don't see a good solution or an easy way to make this work. Oh, I might have to cover that. 1 second. But yeah, the Moon is a card, especially with this Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords is blindfolded. And so it just feels like there's so much uncertainty in this person's life that they just don't feel like they're where they're at or where they need to be in order to be in an equal partnership or to be in a loving partnership. And especially if you're offering them something that is very like you have a full cup of love, this person definitely doesn't see themselves as doing amazing right now. And so I think a lot of this too with the Five of Swords here, it's, yeah, look at the Two of Wands in reverse here too. I do think that some of it is this person's like own thoughts getting the best of them, or them being like their own worst enemy, because I feel like there's sort of it's like their own fears I think are playing a bigger part in this, especially with the Moon, because the Moon energy can be one where we're almost like, I'm trying to put it into words or an example, but it's like sometimes with the Moon energy, things are hazy or we can blow things out of proportion. And it just, to me, it makes me think about just, for example, if you guys are ever, or like growing up as a kid, like just at nighttime, how things are kind of scary. Like think about how you could read or you could watch a scary movie, or I don't even know. You could be more open to scarier topics, but then at night they just feel so much more scary, and it's a lot easier to like get in your head about it. Like it almost feels like that energy is a film over the reading, where it's like that. It feels like this person is blocked by their fears, and it's like them not having a clear path forward, or them not seeing exactly how to move forward in their life right now. Not seeing a clear path for that. is also making them extrapolate to worse outcomes. Like it's like that fear of the unknown, or just like not feeling like they have their grounding, is making them even more afraid in a sense. And I'm trying to get this out into the right words, but it's like, it's making them less courageous, or less, like they're not believing in themselves, less likely to take a risk, less likely to make a decision. Like, this person's a lot more likely to make a decision out of fear right now than love. Like, this person isn't really in alignment with an energy that would be encouraging and loving. And so I think this person's struggling. But I want to see, can we get more insight into their fears here with the moon? Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. I feel like they might be going through a really difficult cycle. And with the High Priestess here, it's possible that they haven't been super open to you about some of the struggles that they're going through. I just feel like this person is struggling with a really difficult cycle. Okay, and then with the Ten of Swords, yeah, and so I feel like this person, especially if they've experienced any other like difficult endings in their life, it's almost like now they're feeling like a target for negative things to happen. And I even feel like this person's really feeling like they haven't been lucky, or they're having like bad luck in their life. Like, it's like there's like, why is there literally a target on my back? And I feel like there's also this energy of like this person being like, I feel like I've been trying to make the right decisions, but somehow all of my decisions have been leading me to a place I don't want to be. And I just, yeah, I feel like that. I feel like this person's at somewhat of a rock bottom right now. Can you tell me about the Ace of Cups here and what their thoughts and feelings are about the Ace of Cups? Okay, the Three of Cups in reverse. And I was noticing how there was like drinking here, and it looks like they're kind of like out at a bar. And so I don't know. I wonder if this person has been like almost in a negative cycle where maybe they've been more used to, it's a feeling of, you know, in a movie when, okay, you know what I'm thinking about? In the Avengers, when like Thor like starts like drinking a bunch of beer, and like obviously Thor's like super strong and like a super great, or like is super powerful in all of those fights, and then they go to find him, and like because something, like it's like after half of the population disappeared. If you guys haven't seen that, I guess just like, I think a lot of you will know what I'm talking about. It's making me think of how someone kind of gives up on themselves, or like when someone has a lot of potential though, and like, or maybe they were at one point like this great, you know, they felt very confident in themselves and everything was going right in their life, and then something goes wrong, and then they're kind of in this downward spiral of like self-sabotage, and having, it's like this person's kind of feels like they're in a hole. And so it's almost like this person is making decisions in their life right now that are further reflecting, it's like a self-sabotage. It's like, and I think it has to do with how worthy this person feels, or like where they feel like they're at in life. But it's almost like, I'm trying to put this into words, but it's almost like this person feels like they are degrading themselves, or it feels like they are, it's also like a movie scene when someone's like, okay, like you need to get, like a friend comes in and they're like, okay, you need to get it together. Like, let's clean up your apartment. Like, come on, like, let's like get yourself together kind of. And I feel like this person's in that energy. And I just think that they are maybe very much recovering from something, but it feels like they're having a hard time seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Can we clarify the Lovers? We have the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and so I'm seeing here, it's like this person's they're in a very sluggish energy right now with like the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Like this can be like when you're kind of stuck, and it's like you're stuck, you need to change the way you're doing things. But I feel like with the Three of Cups here, or the Five of Cups in reverse, there's a sense of being more focused on the 3 cups that have fallen over rather than the opportunity that's right in front of you, which is like very classic of the 5 of Cups. And so I think this person is very hung up on like past disappointments, like, and it might be disappointments in love. And I feel like there's kind of just an energy of giving up here, or like throwing their arms in the air and just going like, I give up. Like, and like with the 10 of Wands in reverse, it just feels like this person is like overwhelmed with their life. It's just is what's coming through. And this just really feels like these 3 cups here. It's like, I don't know if it's like the last time. I think they're just still recovering from something from their past and they're like extremely burnt out. Or for some of you, it could be that this is someone from your past. But it feels more, and regardless of what it is, it just feels like this person does feel a warmth from you and does logically understand that you're a good thing, but they just feel like they're in too much of a bad place to make a logical decision or to, it's like making me think of, like imagine if something that Thor used to really like someone comes along and gives him an opportunity, like, you know, you used to love doing this, or this used to be something that would get you to rise and like get you in your right energy, and like that opportunity is there, and it's just like it doesn't do the same thing for them, because they can't stop focusing on what's gone wrong and how their life is messed up. They feel defeated. Yeah, that's the 5 of Swords here. It's a card of defeat. But yeah, the Ace of Wands is also a burnout card, similar to the 10 of Wands here. So let's get some Oracle cards. What are pile number 1's person's thoughts and feelings towards them? There's also a feeling of like, love is for other people, and if it's not even like romantic love, it's like, it's almost like there's this energy of there was a time when I used to believe in things like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. What are pile number 1's person's thoughts and feelings? We have breathe. We have truth be told in reverse. We have yang. To be fair in reverse. And then to the sea. Okay, and then we have Y at the back of the deck. So I feel like with to be fair in reverse and truth be told in reverse, there's almost a feeling of this person really questioning like their whole life and like a lot about themselves. And it's almost like an energy of going like, I'm a phony, or like I try to make it seem like I have everything together and like I'm at balance. And to be honest, like I'm not this, like, especially with yang here, it's like this person's definitely not in this energy. So next to truth be told, it just makes me feel like this person feels like they've maybe, this is how they feel. And I'm really getting, there's a lot of distortions in this person's thinking. And so that makes me feel like they're just like in a negative place. And like, we all know that when we're in a negative place, we can tend to just have distorted thinking. And that's what it really feels like. It feels like they feel like they're a phony. Like, I'm a phony, like, is how they feel. It's like, if I'm really honest with myself, like, I never really had it in me. Like I never was this balanced person that was like a go-getter that could do everything that I wanted. Like, honestly, I've made so many, like, and I feel like this person is thinking about like mistakes that they've made in their past, especially if they've made mistakes, while they were in an energy where they felt more confident. Like I almost feel like there's this energy where they felt ready for something. And so like, let's say they were feeling confident and then something didn't go right in their life. They almost then are feeling like they're really internalizing mistakes or situations that didn't work out as them not being who they thought they were. And so it feels like there's kind of like an identity crisis going on. But it's definitely something like from their past. And it's almost like this feeling of like, I feel like this person's forgetting who they are, or they're forgetting the good parts of themselves. Because it feels like if you're someone who's trying to bring that out of them or sees that in them and is trying to remind them, it almost feels like they're like, you don't get it. Like, you just think this because I've worn this mask that I have my stuff together, or that I am this person. And like, none of that was true. And like, I'm going to continue to wallow in my misery. That's how it feels. But I think this person is honestly being a little cynical and like hard on themselves. Yeah. Okay, let's get a couple more oracle cards. And then for the extended reading, I want to see how this person views you. I want to see what this person wants when it comes to this connection. I want to see what this person wants you to know most. And then just anything else you need to know about this person in this situation for your highest good through guidance. So I'll have that link down below for those of you that want to go deeper into this reading. But for now, let's keep going. Okay, so and I'm wondering if this person, like, I just feel like they're really questioning their ability to make choices. Okay. What are pile number one's person's thoughts and feelings toward them? We have journey. We have woman holding a heart. Okay, we had community in reverse, but then it flipped over, so I'll just keep it. We have first chakra in reverse. And then we have the garden and the gate in reverse. So I feel like this person thinks of you. So this is confirming that this person definitely sees you as a loving energy. Like, so the lovers and the Ace of Cups really is representing your energy. And I feel like this person is looking at you like you're strong and you're this person that's able to move through life with like a level of grace is what I'd want to say, a level of security and confidence. And this person, I feel like they're almost referencing that without their security, or without it almost feels like there was something that made this that this person was very attached to for their identity and their confidence. And that might have been like a job title, that might have been like their status or position within a group. It just feels like this person, now that they don't have that, or something went wrong in a situation, they're having a hard time seeing their like innate value. It's like they feel like outside of some kind of a like leg up that they have, I want to say, in society, they feel like they aren't actually as strong, and they feel like they're like a phony. Like, I hid behind this title, or I hid behind this identity, but it was just a mask that I wore to make me confident. And now that I don't have the same backing, you know, like I don't like, or for some people it could even be like they felt like they needed to be popular on a certain level, or they needed certain friends supporting them. They needed the support of a certain community. And that's like what brought them a lot of stability. And they just doubt their potential without that. And it's kind of sad because I guess this person did really, really rely on something outside of themselves for their sense of worthiness and sense of self. Yeah, look. Okay, sorry. I just cut the deck this, but I'm going to take it because, yeah, and the one underneath. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of this. It says, it's now safe to let go of the survival mechanism of catastrophic thinking. I choose to remember that although expecting the worst may have seemed to be helpful in the past, I may now trust myself and am better able to, or I am able to better advocate for my needs when leading with believing that I now have the potential to serve my own best interest. And then just also, I forgive myself for worrying about what may happen should I dare venture outside my comfort zone. I choose to believe that the exploration of the uncomfortable and unknown holds the key to the door that opens my dreams. And then here we also have, I forgive myself for shaming and rejecting the experience of imperfection. Yeah, so I'm not going to take, I don't want to go too far into that, but I just want to pull a couple this other way. But I feel like these cards really are speaking to this person's energy, because the catastrophic thinking is exactly what I'm getting from this person. Like, they're really having a hard time putting things into perspective. And it feels like they are being pushed out of some kind of a comfort zone that they've really relied on to be confident. And they almost feel like without that comfort zone, they see everything going horribly. But that's not necessarily a reflection of reality. I think it's just like this person's perspective. What else to explain this? It says, I forgive myself for assuming others need me to ensure they're provided for. I choose to believe that when I trust others to actively participate in the creation of their lives, I invest in a world where we're all empowered and see the true strength that exists in being. I feel like this person maybe put a lot of their worth into what they are able to provide for other people. And I feel like this person's almost thinking that their worth or value is not there if they're not able to provide for others. But it's coming from this place of assuming that if they're not able to do that, then they might as well just be nothing. But the truth is, other people, this person can lean on other people in their times of need. They don't always have to be the person that's providing. And if they aren't able to provide, it's like, it's not their fault that things don't work out or fall apart. Like, this person almost feels like they're a disgrace or they've failed people. Like, that's what it feels like. So I'm not sure what that's exactly about, but it's definitely coming through within this community in the Three of Cups in reverse energy. And it almost makes me feel like this person might have made a mistake or something and they've taken it like really hard, and now they're just hanging out with like different kinds of people that, I don't know, like aren't pushing them to their potential because they just feel like they've failed in what they're supposed to do. This also reminds me though of like Thor, in the sense that he does have like a duty, I guess. Like, he does protect a lot of people. And so it's like the hero card coming out doesn't surprise me either, where it's like feeling like you failed if you, yeah, it's like you feel like you have to be the hero or all is lost if it's not up to you. And this person needs to realize like it's not all on them. Okay, it says, I forgive myself for putting my own desires on hold in order to pursue those which belong to people who are important to me. I choose to believe that when I advocate for my own desires, I gain access to a deeper love to be explored and shared. Yeah, and then I forgive myself for thinking I must look or act a certain way in order to be enough. I choose to believe that I'm innately worthy, and when I allow every aspect of my being to be expressed without discrimination, I realize the extent of my brilliance. And so this person has a tendency to put all of their, again, I feel like this is what I already said, but it's like they just had their whole sense of self-worth very wrapped up in some kind of an identity that they feel that if they don't fulfill, that they don't have worth. And I feel like a lot of that role is so much more about other people. And so I feel like this person very much puts their worth into the hands of other people and being what other people need them to be, rather than focusing on their own happiness. And so this person has a hard time feeling like they're deserving. Like, they feel ashamed of themselves. They feel shame for who they are at this point. But it feels very, again, like catastrophic thinking like. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to take it into the extended reading. I'm trying to remember all the topics that I wanted to go into, but I want to see how this person views you. I want to see what this person, hang on, I'm going to pause so I can repeat it. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Pastel Journey Tarot and this Rose Quartz Palm Stone, then this is going to be a reading where we're going to be looking at your person's current thoughts and feelings towards you. So there will be an extended reading for those of you who like tuning into those. It's going to be intuitive. The topic of it's going to be intuitive. So just based on whatever comes through in this part and whatever seems like it would be useful to go further into is what the topic will be. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Okay, but Spirit, please tune me into pile number 2's connection that they have on their mind that they came to this reading for. How is this person currently thinking and feeling about them? One more. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. Okay, so already a strong sense of like sadness and regret is coming through. So I'm not sure what your current situation is, but if everything is super perfect in this connection, this is probably not your reading because it feels like this person feels stuck and maybe even alone. Yeah, I'm very sad. So let's keep going though. So what is pile number 2's person's current thoughts and feelings? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, and so it just feels like there's a lack of grounding in this connection, like something wasn't able to take root, or it could be a missed opportunity. But yeah, it's like there's sadness here that this connection is where it's at right now and that it isn't growing or yeah. But let's get some clarifiers to get deeper. Can we clarify the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? The 8 of Swords. Did one more flip over? No. Oh, no. So the 8 of Swords in reverse. The Moon. Cancer energy. The 2 of Wands. The Queen of Cups. The Magician in reverse at the back of the deck. Okay, so I feel like this person may be disappointed in their lack of ability to create an outcome that they want. I feel like this person's feeling not powerful at this point with the Magician in reverse. Like they're feeling like they don't have everything that they need to create their ideal outcome in this connection. Or it could even be that they feel almost like with this 8 of Swords here, it's like feeling stuck or unable, because when the Magician's upright, it's this feeling of power and this realization that you can create what you want through taking action. But it does require effort in a sense. And so I feel like there's this feeling of like loss and like feeling this person's in a space that feels quite, with the Moon here, this can be a very like fearful kind of an energy, and it also can be an energy that distorts reality a bit. And so with the 8 of Swords here too, that can tell me that this person's very much in their head, maybe stuck on fearful thoughts of how this didn't work or how they're having regrets. And with the 5 of Cups here, it's this feeling of like having their back turned and their eyes closed and not being able to think about what they could still do to move, to change things. And the Five of Pentacles can also talk about a like lack mentality. And so I think this person's stuck in like worst case scenario fears, or very stuck in thoughts that are like keeping them in this idea that there's nothing they can do, or that they're stuck, or there's nothing in their power. But I see with the Two of Wands here, the Queen of Cups, they may perceive you as someone that is moving forward, and like is holding the world in their hands. And I feel like they might feel sad that you're moving on or moving forward. Because I feel like with the Queen of Cups here, this person likely views you as emotionally tuned in, sensitive, empathetic, nurturing, warm, kind. And maybe this person feels like you're taking your energy elsewhere because of what they weren't able to do in this connection. And so there's a lot of self-blame going on. And just feeling like they're being left behind. There's a sense of I'm being left behind and there's nothing I can do about it. And I failed to ground something. I missed the opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Queen of Cups. It's like I missed the opportunity here. And there's just this feeling of you moving forward without them is what I would say. Let me see if there's anything else I want to clarify. Yeah, and I feel like this person does have feelings for you, but there's a lot of this person's like shadow and fears and like distorted thinking that's making this worse for them. And it's almost, I don't know how you feel, but it's almost maybe is like, I think you feel compassion for this person, or this person feels like you do have compassion for them. But at the end of the day, it's kind of one of those things where like there's only so much you can do for another person. And I feel like this person kind of knows that, or knows that, you know, it makes sense for you to move forward too. It's like, yeah. Okay. Can we clarify though the Two of Wands? And I'm just getting also with the Knight of Pentacles here where it's like, it's almost like this person feels like, you know, when you're in a dream and you're trying to run, but you can't run, and it's like really frustrating. It's like this person feels like they just can't get it together, or they can't take the first step forward. It's like they feel like the journey to something solid with you, or getting to move forward into your future with you, it's like they feel like you're ahead of them and they can't move, and it's like painful for them. There's that song that's like, if you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. So I don't know, that might be how this person like views you, as someone who's like there for them, or has shown them that level of compassion. I'm trying to think of the lyrics of that song, but that's just coming through regardless. Can we clarify the Two of Wands here? Yeah, the Six of Swords in reverse. It's like, and then again, the Star in reverse here. I think this person's like losing hope here. And this definitely speaks of, the Tower just popping out, but I feel like it speaks of not being able to go forward with you. Like, yeah. Because I feel like it's like you're moving forward with the Six of Swords, but it feels particularly painful for this person because they feel like they're not able to go forward with you. Like there's maybe still stuff that they need to tend to, or baggage that they have that doesn't make them free to move in the way that they want to move or move forward. Again, that's speaking as well to like the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That's speaking to a real sense of a lack of motion in this person's energy and in their life. Can we clarify the Queen of Cups? Yeah, the Ten of Wands in reverse. That you are, yeah, then Death at the back of the deck. Like, yeah, look at this. Strength, Ace of Swords, and Death. It's like they're seeing you as starting to choose yourself or not taking on burdens and responsibilities that are not yours to carry. And that's what I was getting with also with the Six of Swords here in reverse. It's almost like your person's feeling like the only way you can move forward is to let go of the heaviness or the baggage or the weight of this connection. That's from this person's perspective. And you know how I was saying that it's like you can only do so much for a person. It's like at some point you have to know when something is just holding you back. And even if you are compassionate, like this Queen of Cups, it's like at some point you can't you can't do the work for this person. And I think there's a level of them knowing that and feeling very sad. Yeah, so let's get some, actually I'm going to use this deck here. Yeah, and there's a lot of fear and also just the feeling that there's like an abandonment energy coming through. This person may have really relied on you and your like emotional maturity in order to feel capable. Like I feel like this person almost feels like they're not capable without you too. Like, yeah. Okay. What are pile number two's person's thoughts and feelings? Yeah, Angel of Strength. It's definitely how they see you. The fourth chakra. I'm also hearing Adele, Feel My Love. And so I feel like this person almost like sees you like that. And then I'm just hearing like the lyrics where it's like when the whole world is on your case. And it just kind of talks about when someone's like struggling or feels like everything's against them, I'll offer you a warm embrace. And so it's almost like this person sees you that way, like this strength that they could turn to. Yeah. And someone, again, there's like a Leo energy coming through just with the heart chakra and the Angel of Strength here with the lion. It's like, I also feel like your love gave them strength to feel more empowered in their life. Yeah, Magician in the Mirror. And again, it's speaking as well to how almost like with your support and your strength, you made them feel more capable of more empowered and strong and like able, like more like with the Magician energy, able to manifest and create, feeling powerful. Like there's a sense of power that you have that they see you as, and they also feel that you gave that to them. But again, this is like pointing out to the core of like their feelings for you are that you are this loving person who has a big heart, who's very strong, and who has like a soft spot for people, who wants to like help people too. Anything else for their thoughts and feelings? Yeah, we have a man holding a heart, and then we have strategy in reverse here, the back of the deck. So yeah, I do think that this person has strong feelings for you. I feel like they also want to be the person that is as emotionally stable and mature and able to reciprocate. Because I feel like the man holding a heart for me in this deck is like the King of Cups. And I feel like this person also feels a sense of like powerlessness to match your energy. But it's like they want to be this man of holding a heart for you. And I do think this person has feelings for you, but it's like their own lack of what is even the word for it? Their own mindset is holding them back. Like this is someone where they're their own worst enemy, and it's like their own fears block them from seeing solutions, or it's like they're closing their eyes and like they're doubting their inner strength. Number one, they don't feel internally strong to face challenges or fears that they have. And they also feel like impotent externally as well. It's like they don't feel like anything they do is going to create the outcome that they want. And it's like, that's the strategy in reverse here. But it's like they want this. This is what they want. Okay. I don't know why I feel like this is the deck that I need. Yeah, and I just cut the deck and we have overcome any obstacle in reverse. What energies can further illuminate the energy of this person in regards to this connection? We have time to collaborate in reverse. We have spirit has your back in reverse. We have be loyal to what you love in reverse, and then make your dreams real in reverse. Okay, so like there is also this element coming through of, even though this person does have love for you and does in their heart, like you're in their heart and what they want, it's almost like with make your dreams real in reverse, there's this lack of belief that in being loyal to what they love and pouring energy into it, that it's going to create the outcome that they want. And with time to collaborate in reverse, there is this feeling of this person turning their back to you even. And so this might be like confusing to you, especially if you have offered like support and help to this person. It's almost like they don't see how, what is it? It's almost like that energy where, you know, when you're trying to support like a friend and they are not really wanting solutions or not really, it's almost like they're using like communication. I'm not saying this is exactly your person. There's just a hint of this energy where it's like, even if you try to like help this person, they're more interested almost in the story of how they can't, or like how they're struggling or what's going wrong in their life or why they can't do things, and like why the universe isn't, you know, on their side. With spirit has your back in reverse, it's like almost like this person feels, it's like they have a hard time seeing that they are supported in a lot of ways. You know, it's like they have an internal narrative of, I have to do everything on my own, or I'm stuck no matter how anyone helps me. Or does that make sense? It's almost like an excuse for this person's internal truth that they're afraid of failing, or they're afraid that they don't have the power. And so it's like, even if someone is trying to support them, it's like there's a part of them that doesn't really want to collaborate with that or accept it, because they don't really feel capable at all. And I'm trying to think of more examples of that. It's like, I don't know, maybe I felt like this when I was in school sometimes. Like I feel like I just felt so overwhelmed by, like in high school, like certain classes where I'd just be having like a mental breakdown to my parents about it, and I would be getting like frustrated and like just wanting to get down on myself, like I'm not going to get a good grade, or like this is just like I'm going to fail this test. And you guys might relate to that, where it's like it's just moments in your life where you felt like very like the gap between where you are and where you need to be in order to get the outcome you want feels so big. And even though someone's trying to like help you, and like for example my dad would be like, let's make flashcards, like come on, follow this process, like it's gonna work. Sometimes I would just feel like I wanted to have like a like tantrum, not a tantrum, but just like it's like I wanted to talk to my dad about how stressed I am and how much I think I'm gonna fail. But then when he tried to help me, it was kind of like not something I was open to. But in the end, obviously I did end up taking his advice, and then it ended up being fine. But I feel like it's that initial energy of feeling like everything is much harder for you, or you are particularly bad at something, or you are particularly like useless. Like, and yeah, it kind of gives that like teenager angst energy, or like as a kid getting frustrated with something, you know, where they're just like, oh, like everything sucks, or like, you know, like I just suck at this, you know, and it's like the person just needs more practice, or like needs to like take certain steps to make progress, as like, and sometimes people are very naturally like good at things, but a lot of times like the average person does have to, like with the Knight of Pentacles, go slow and steady, take one step after the other to make progress. And I feel like sometimes when this person is in a situation where they have to do that, they're more likely to like take a step, and then if they're not already there, or like they're very quick to feel that their efforts are pointless, or that they're not going to make it anyways, or something like that. And so I feel like that's how this person is kind of acting toward you, or how they feel. So for the extended reading, I want to see, what do I want to see? Because I feel like this might be a difficult situation for you. I definitely know that guidance is going to be important for this reading. Like, what do you need to hear about this situation? Like, what's your best path forward? But I want to see if there's anything else that you guys might want to know about this person. I just feel like you guys have a good intuitive understanding of this person. We could see what this person would want to say to you, like an honest message from them. And what they'd really want you to know if they could tell you something. And then I want to see what this person wants for the connection. Like, what do they want? Like, what do they want from you? And I just want to see if that's even something you can give. And then just in regards to that, like, where is this headed then, this connection in general? But I'm really focusing on guidance for you. So if you guys want to go deeper into this, I'll have that extended link down below. But other than that, if you guys found this interesting or helpful, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe if you're interested in love readings, pick a card readings, and like personal development. I'd love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. And other than that, it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 3. If you chose the Starlight Tarot and this orange calcite palm stone, then this is going to be your reading, where we're going to be looking at your person's current thoughts and feelings toward you. So, okay, the 8 of Swords popping out. I'm going to put it back in, but we'll see. Okay, so what are pile number 3's person's thoughts and feelings toward them? There will be an extended reading, so for those of you that want to go deeper into it, stay tuned. I will be choosing the topic based on whatever comes through in this part of the reading. Okay, but for pile number 3, what are their person's thoughts and feelings toward them? I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse with the 4 of Wands in reverse on top of that. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, the 4 of Cups with the 10 of Swords in reverse on top. Interesting energy coming through. Definitely getting a vibe of someone who doesn't seem to be doing very well for themselves. Like there's a sense of them not being abundant, a lack of stability in their life, around them, in their foundation. But let's see. Okay, can we clarify the 9 of Pentacles? What are pile number 3's person's feelings toward them? Or thoughts and feelings. Okay, with the star, I have to cover this. Gotta get 2 for this one. Aquarius energy there. Can we clarify the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4 of Wands in reverse? We have Judgment. Can we clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Can we clarify the 4 of Cups? We have the 7 of Wands. And then the 7 of Swords in reverse at the back of the deck. Wow. Okay. So it feels like something has depleted this person in their life. It could even be like some kind of a long-standing goal that they've had. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4 of Wands in reverse, which is making me feel like some sort of foundation that they were very invested in is crumbling, or I'm getting, okay, actually, well, that's true, but it feels like that maybe this person was dependent on it, like codependent, with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, like, and then the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I feel like this person had some kind of foundation in their life. And so I'm thinking like job, family, community, friends, whatever it is, some sort of legacy energy, where this person seemed to have been dependent on it, with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, okay, let me just sit with this, because it's either that this person was dependent on this foundation, or it's coming through that others were dependent on them. But no, more than anything, with the 9 Pentacles coming through in reverse, the first thing, it just feels like there's this energy of this person coming to some truth with Judgment here around something that is depleting them. I think it's depleting them, even though maybe they somehow benefit from it. Like, it's almost like it just feels like there's mutual destruction here, or not mutual destruction, but it feels like this person maybe thought that they were, by associating with this energy, like the 4 of Wands in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles, it's like they thought they were building some kind of like a solid foundation with the 4 of Wands here, like something that's meant to be happy and celebrated, and something that's meant to lead to long-term longevity, stability, abundance, is the Ace of Cups here in reverse. It's depleting them. And with the 4 of Cups here, it's like there's a lack of satisfaction in their situation. Or it's possible that like this person is somehow for some reason staying in that, or they had been in this energy of, you know, ignoring maybe other options or different things that, or like, yeah, like maybe they didn't want to see maybe how something needs to come to an end with the 10 of Swords in reverse. It's like they're resisting some major critical ending in their life. But it feels like it's like they've invested a lot in it, or they've put a lot in it, but it feels like ultimately at the end of the day, that foundation wasn't actually going to support them. But it does feel like, because it feels like with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse here, I feel like this person was receiving something, but I feel like they were also giving something to receive in this situation. But anyways, with Judgment here, it's like becoming clear that this person was in a situation, and I want to like dig into how this relates to their thoughts and feelings about you. But if you guys are like a part of that situation, they may feel exactly how I'm saying they feel about that situation. Because with the star here, it's like this person is starting to realize the need for healing because it feels like a tower is crumbling. The star comes after the tower. And also the star can represent sort of this internal guiding light that leads you toward your own happiness and your like dharmic path, like what's right for you and your soul. It's almost like getting in touch with your soul. Same with like Judgment and the Star here. It's really giving like a reclamation of a person's like soul path over whatever the material world was offering. And I feel like there's a lot here about this person's material situation, and like things in the physical that's being called into question at this point. And the Seven of Wands is also a card that talks about defending and staying true to your values. But you know what, I'm wondering if this person felt like defensive over this Ten of Pentacles situation, like even though they weren't happy in it. I wonder if this person felt extremely like defensive over it, because with the Seven of Swords in reverse here, it's showing this person needing to, or in the process of exposing the ways that they've been lying to themselves or not wanting to see the truth here. And so this person may feel like you're representing this Star and Judgment energy, where maybe your presence in this person's life reveals truths about this person's material surroundings or things in the physical that this person is super attached to and even defensive over. But meanwhile, it's this imbalanced energy that keeps this person from standing in their own Nine of Pentacles energy upright, because the Nine of Pentacles energy upright is an independent sense of fulfillment. And it's almost like the fruits of the Nine of Cups, in my opinion, like in the real world. So like the Nine of Cups is that energy. Well, it can mean a lot of different things, but in this situation, I'm tying it to the idea of being very fulfilled emotionally within yourself and within your life without really needing anything. It's just like you've found what makes you personally happy and you're very like satisfied and happy with your life. And then oftentimes when you're in that energy, the Nine of Pentacles blooms as well, because, you know, it's like reflecting that inner happiness state is what I'd want to say. Also, like it's the Nine of Pentacles comes after the Eight of Pentacles. And so it's like the Eight of Pentacles for me oftentimes in readings can come through as a person mastering something that's very like important to them. It could also be though that like this person, it could involve a person working for something else too. It doesn't have to be like independent, but it's definitely in alignment with what that person wants. It's in alignment with that person reaching the Nine of Pentacles is what I want to say. So it just seems like something that this person has been invested in is actually not leading to more abundance and independence for self. It's like actually creating more dependency on this structure that isn't actually the Ten of Pentacles upright. So like the Ten of Pentacles in reverse can be this vibe of maybe it looks good from the outside, or it's like kind of gives the impression of like legacy and abundance and long-standing worth, but it's like the truth of it is not solid. Like it's not actually that. And it's like Ace of Cups here in reverse is just this feeling of it actually being empty. And so this person seems to be in this battle right now where a part of them is still invested in believing in this structure that's actually not leading them to what they think it is. And it's also not leading them to like what I'm trying to say, or like I'm trying to think of an example of this, but I'm thinking of, let's say for example, you're doing an internship And in doing that internship, you're getting like credits for something that furthers you in getting your degree, for example. And while you're like under the supervision of someone else, you're giving them like your labor, you're spending your time there and you're not getting paid money, but like you're getting credit toward your personal goals, and it is gonna end up being fulfilling. Even if that thing in itself is not the most fulfilling work, it's like it's still leading to something. It feels like this person, it's like they were in that situation, but then imagine that they were actually not ever going to get those credits, or like they didn't realize that kind of work doesn't count for the credits they needed. And it feels like that, but it's like because they put so much energy into it, it's like, and it's like, even though, and this is a good analogy because it's like, if you guys have ever been in like an intern job, or like for me, I'm thinking about when I was in college and I was thinking about going to grad school for something like psychology related. I worked in a like psychology lab, or like a research lab. And like I was just doing like the paperwork and data entry and stuff like that. And I didn't want their role. Like I didn't want to do exactly what they were doing. And I didn't like the work, but I was just telling myself, it's adding credits to something I need. But it's like, I'm obviously in alignment with the truth that isn't what I truly want. It's almost like this person has been doing some kind of work for something, or has believed in something, drank the Kool-Aid of something, that is similar to something that's like not enjoyable. Like it's not personally fulfilling to that person, but they're ignoring that truth by believing in, like, let's say for the example for me, it'd be like, I've decided I really want to work for that place specifically, like this medical center. Like I'm very interested in that, and like they kind of got me hooked on like believing, okay, I'll keep working here and then I can get a job position there when I graduate, and it's like, then I've like dedicated multiple years to it. I go above and beyond for it. I'm dependent on it because I'm expecting that at the end I get that 9 of Pentacles moment where like I have my own job there. But it feels like something like that, but it doesn't have to be a job or anything. It's just the feeling of really believing in something even though you're not like fulfilled by it. And the idea of that not being true is something that this person feels very defensive over, is what it feels like, because that's like a hard truth for them. But I feel like it's almost like it would be healing for this person. All in all, I wonder if you've revealed this to this person, or your presence in this person's life makes their own life situation more apparent. Especially if you represent the star energy as someone that really stands out, really shines, like could be independent, or just someone that is very unique and doesn't really conform and stands in their truth. And that'd be like a different form of the 7 of Wands. But it feels like this person feels very defensive over something that isn't even fulfilling for them. And it's something that is depleting them, something that isn't building to what they want. And there's a very difficult ending that they're avoiding in the situation. Yeah, 8 of Swords, it's like they're stuck in this situation. So the 8 of Swords did pop out. So yeah, this person feels entrapped in this situation, because it would be a painful truth or a painful decision to have to make about this, to see the truth of it. So let's get some oracle cards, see if we can get some confirmation. This also may reveal more of their personal feelings towards you, but whatever it is, Spirit, that you feel is going to be useful. So what are their thoughts and feelings? Or can we clarify this energy, but also their thoughts and feelings? Okay, yeah, we have Observer in reverse. And that makes a lot of sense, because it's like this person's thoughts and feelings are very wrapped up into their involvement in their day-to-day situation. It's like very hard for them to separate themselves from they're very, what's like the word for it? It's like, it's hard for them to take a step back and see things objectively because they're so personally involved. so personally invested is what I would say. And I feel like that, like an example of that, like that, just to like make it more clear, is if you've ever like heard a friend talking about like someone that they like or something, and it's like because they like that person so much, it's like hard for them to see like what everyone else is seeing because they're not involved in the situation. It's just like a lot easier to see it. And I feel like that's you as well. Yeah, we have all that glitters here, just speaking about how and a leg up into the sea came out, and I'll talk about that too, but I'm probably going to put it back in. But it's like they're having a hard time seeing themselves, how something that maybe looked very promising actually doesn't have, it isn't truly valuable. It's like it's like an opportunity to see past appearances. And I'm also seeing here that it's like, it's almost realize this person, this confirms that energy of like with to the sea in reverse and a leg up in reverse. It's almost like this situation didn't actually set up this person to be able to sail towards their opportunities. It's like this person still has holes in their own boat. And it's like they're actually going to have to realize that they're in a situation where they're not very supported. Yeah, but let's get some more. Can we clarify this energy, Spirit? We have the fates in reverse. Yeah, and this person's having a really hard time, building blocks in reverse. Yeah, soulmates in reverse, the back of the deck. So this person definitely is feeling toward you this energy of the soulmates, where I think you're triggering this person a lot, because even though it's almost like you're illuminating the lack of foundation in their life. And it's like this person is struggling with it because it's like, it's almost unfathomable to them, or it's like something that they don't want to surrender to. Like the fates in reverse can be an energy of really fighting against the idea of, knowing what you can and can't control. Like there are just some things that are beyond that. And sometimes there's nothing you can do to change the situation. And soulmates in reverse, it can be this card of where a person may project out like frustration towards the other person for what they're teaching them or what they're showing them. And I kind of want to get the exact words for that. Yeah, and it's like you're mirroring something, but it says an important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. And exactly, I totally feel that. So it says, this person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. Like that's how this person feels. Like it's almost like the lesson you're teaching them feels really hard for them to fathom. And it says the question is not why did he or she do this to me, but rather what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror, you will be changed for the better. So yeah, all in all, this person's thoughts and feelings toward you are struggling because you're calling them to acknowledge the truth that they've not been seeing. And like judgment is all about revealing the truth and seeing where you or other people were not in alignment with truth themselves. And it also like illuminates what like distorted thinking or distorted stories we've been telling ourselves. It's like it's revealing that, and it's, but all in all, this person is feeling very unfulfilled, but also very codependent on this situation or like foundation that actually is not actually really building to anything. And they're in this process of like denial a bit, where it's like self-denial here. But it seems that you hold this very strong light of judgment, the card judgment, of showing this person the truth. But they're definitely feeling defensive over it, but just know that that's not your fault. It's like you're in this sacred task of mirroring a truth to a person. It's like, and that's like, it honestly sucks sometimes to be in that, because people can project onto you or push you away, or because they don't want to look at the truth of their own situation, then they'll want to project onto you that you don't know the truth, or that you are some way like sabotaging them, or you are in the wrong and you're the problem, not what you're illuminating. And so I feel like there is a little bit of that going on here, but just know that you definitely are in the right, is how you're on Spirit's side here, is how I feel with the Star and Judgment. So for the extended reading, I want to see, because this had so much to do with this person's situation. I want to, like, and I know this is meant to be like their feelings, but I want to dig a little bit deeper into what their specific feelings toward you are in regards to this judgment energy. Like, how are they feeling about this star and judgment energy is what I want to go deeper into. Like, what's their reaction towards this currently? Then I want to see how this person views you. I also want to see what this person's next actions are likely to be based on their energy. Like, where's the connection headed based on their actions or non-action. Then I want to just get guidance for you on this connection, whatever you need to hear to help clarify things. Yeah, so for those of you that are interested, I'll have it linked down below in the description box, the Vimeo link. And for those of you that are leaving me here, thank you so much for being here. If you found this interesting, helpful, useful in any way, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment, I really do appreciate it. And make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. And it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon.